Hi guys, welcome to a chit-chatty video. Today I want to talk about fragrance collecting and like the dark side of it. I went today and I decluttered about 25 fragrances from my collection. That's a huge deal, okay? I've never decluttered as many. I donated them to a charity shop and that way they can be used for good. And people can buy them with a small amount of money. And yeah, so basically I tried to do the right thing, even though I've bought way too many fragrances, and that's kind of what this video is about. Like, I'm a bad influence on people, okay? Like, I mean, today made me really think when I went to the shop clerk and I gave them my fragrances and they were like, oh my god, you have such a big collection. And that 25 fragrances was just a part of my collection. And I was like, yeah, I have a problem. And it's not like good, okay? Like, I'm embarrassed by it, okay, a little bit. Like, I have a problem with shopping fragrances. Sometimes when I feel lonely, sad, or depressed, I buy fragrances, okay? That's something that many collectors do, I think. Like, we just try to like manage our emotions by buying fragrances or like buying whatever you are collecting, like trying to make yourself feel a little better. And honestly, like, sometimes the stresses of life just make me want to buy more fragrances because they make me happy. But it's kind of a two-edged sword. Like, I lose so much money because like I buy fragrances. I've never been in any kind of like problems because of my fragrance buying. I've always paid my bills, always paid everything. But like, I would have so much more money in store if I didn't have this hobby or if I wasn't as obsessive with it as I am. Like, for example, today, after I decluttered my fragrances and donated them, like some of them, the first thing I thought was, oh my god, I want to buy more. And if that's not obsessive, I don't know what is, okay? And like, I know I keep showing my collection because I really enjoy my fragrances and I actually do enjoy this hobby. But I just want to make it completely clear, like, owning as many fragrances as I own is not normal, okay? And it's not something to aspire to be like, okay? Like, I'm not a good role model. My collection is too big, okay, for anyone normal, okay? Like, at some point I had 100 fragrances and now I've downsized. But like, I still have so many and it's not normal. Like, normal people have probably like 3 to 7 fragrances and that's a lot for them. And like, that's like normal. As YouTubers and collectors, like, we have big collections, but it's not a wise decision to get a big collection, okay? Because at the end of the day, you have limited resources to buy. You also have limited time to wear the fragrances. And you have a limited time frame when the fragrances are gonna expire. So in that way, they are a terrible business decision, okay? Like, the only good side is you're gonna smell amazing all the time. Like, that's the only good thing about this, is like, you're gonna smell amazing, but it's not gonna heal you, okay? Like, it's not. I always think when I buy a new fragrance, like, oh my god, this is when my life begins. Like, I have this kind of feeling, like, when I buy this is when my life will begin, and I will feel so complete when I have this. And then I spray it on and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy, but I'm not complete, okay? Like, it's not gonna fix all my problems. My hobby is not gonna fix all my problems, and my obsession about it is giving me more problems than it's giving me good, okay? Like, yeah, I just want to say, like, we collectors as a whole, we are excessive people, and it's not good. It always comes at the cost of something else. Like, for example, me. If I had put all that money that I put into my fragrance collecting into, like, for example, a trust fund or something, like, I'd have so much more like money to do many more things. And also, like, the amount of time that I stress about, like, researching new things and researching new releases and things like that, like, it's just a really big amount of time that I use to that. And a part of me, and this is the hardest thing to talk to you guys about, but I feel like I need to be real, like, sometimes when I'm lonely, I buy fragrances, and I know that's sad, and I know that's, like, really loser-like, but it's something that makes me feel happier when I feel lonely. And I am sometimes really lonely because I'm bad at friendships, and I'm really bad at keeping up with friendship things. Yeah, so... and I'm socially anxious, and yeah, I'm always afraid of, like, seeing people going to parties, doing things like this. So I just sometimes, when I feel lonely, I buy fragrances and I feel better for a moment. And yeah, it's kind of one of those things, like, people usually, when they're lonely and sad, like, they do anything to kind of fill that hole and, like, throw any things into it, whether that be collecting something or reading books or playing games or whatever people do, okay? Having sex, something like that, you know. For me, it's like collecting fragrances, and sometimes when I feel bad and depressed, I put on my fragrances and I feel a little better. And it's almost like it's substituting company to me. And I know that's really sad, but, like, that's my life, okay? I'm so socially anxious. I was invited to a party today and I didn't go because I felt really anxious for some reason, because I have generalized anxiety. And, like, yeah, behind the cameras, like, I'm not probably calm as a cucumber and, like, cool and collected, like, no. And yeah, I guess that's why my collecting has become so excessive. Like, I'm trying to fill some sort of a void with it. And I should probably do something else than do collecting to make myself feel better. But I don't know, this is the way I've always been, and this is the way I've learned to, like, this is the way I've learned to cope with things, okay? And yeah, my fragrances mean way more to me than, they're not just things, they're like memories. And when I put my fragrances on, like, I have all these kind of cool memories attached to the times when I wore a certain fragrance, or when somebody close to me wore a certain fragrance. And it makes me think of those, like, cool times, like good times. And yeah, it's like a memory segue also. And sometimes I feel really lonely and anxious, and I need that segue to feel a little better. And my memory usually works great ways with fragrance. Like scents make me remember things really vividly, and sometimes it's a great escape when I feel anxious and depressed. And yeah, so yeah, the point of this video was just to kind of tell you guys not to be like me. Like, I don't think I'm a good role model, and I don't think other fragrance reviewers who have big collections are good role models either. There's like this sweet and innocent side to the whole hobby, but then there's this kind of a more sinister and darker underbelly of the whole hobby. And I just felt like I need to talk about that and make like a real video about that. And like, I have a real addictive personality anyway, and I feel like in some ways this has become my new addiction. So yeah, I guess today just kind of like was a wake-up call in ways that I need to like really address this, and I need to like maybe do better. So yeah, I'm sorry for pouring my heart out, and I just wanted to be like real for once. And I know that people like these top 10 videos and kind of like these really unheavy, unburdened videos of mine, and it's cool and all, but it's just that there's this other side to everything, okay? Like this, the real life. And in my real life, like I'm not all that bubbly, and I'm not all that like happy, and I'm not doing all that good all the time. So yeah, don't become like me, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this was really cringy shit, but yeah, I don't know. Just wanted to, I don't know, I guess I don't want somebody else to go down this rabbit hole and like waste their money and life, okay? Yeah. Yeah, don't do it. Don't be like me. I gotta go now. Okay, bye.